All right, guys, what is up? It is July 8th, and for Wednesday, July 8th, I am throwing up a pocket real estate video on a knife that, in all honesty, I slept on. And I hate to have to admit it because, the guy who designed it, really cool guy. I've done some videos with him in the past. I speak with him all the time. Super nice guy and a great designer, Dylan Mallery. This is the CJRB Centros from CJRB, which is the value line version of Artisan Cutlery. Now, he does have some designs through Artisan Cutlery, like the Archeo, and he has a few different models that are coming out as well. He has a non-locking model called the Biome. It's a slip joint. He does have non-locking versions of the Archeo, if I'm not mistaken, that are slated to release if they haven't released already. There's a bunch of different versions of this particular knife, but the cool thing about this version, I feel, is that it has these G10 gray scales, and it's just something about it that's very unassuming, but fits so well in the hand. I got the chance to be able to speak with him firsthand about this knife, and I showed him mine, and if anybody doesn't know Dylan, you need to know that regardless of whatever he's carrying, because he's a really big microtech guy, he always has one of these in his pocket. And what he'll do is you'll constantly see him, and I swear to God, he must have like really calloused thumbs because he's constantly like just fidgeting the whole time. And I can see why, because I mean, with the thumb placement on this, which is a really big proponent in his designs, they make it very easy to just be able to thwack this guy out with authority. And there's really no need to, because in all honesty, it runs on bearings, extremely smooth action. Whoop. Extremely smooth action. The aesthetics are awesome. It's got a nice deep carry clip, open pillar construction in the back. They did not skeletonize the liners inside, but it is a nice thick liner lock. And even the fact that they didn't skeletonize the liners, it's actually not a heavy knife. It's actually pretty light considering its size. So let me go ahead and show off just, comparing to other knives that I have available. Okay, so again, Dylan Mallery's design, the Centros G10 D2 steel through CJRB. This is the Rake P105, and this is the pale blue version. As you can see, the overall dimensions are actually pretty similar. It has a slightly larger blade, it's slightly beefier, but very similar there. It's kind of surprising if you don't mind me saying so myself. This is the Giant Mouse Knives Ace Grande. It's actually a little bit smaller overall, which is surprising considering that the Ace is actually the largest version of the Ace line from Giant Mouse, Jesper Voxnaes and Jens Anso Designs. What else do we have here? We have the Sog Terminus XR in BDZ1 steel. They also have a couple of other versions in D2 and S35VN. I did not have the D2 version, but I did have the version in S35VN, and it was pretty badass, but I did get rid of it. That's the only reason why I didn't do an update from my video. If you haven't seen it already, be sure to go ahead and check it out, because this is actually a surprisingly good knife. And then here is the Honey Badger Worn Cleaver medium-sized version in D2 steel from Western Active. Guys, I slept on this one probably as much as I slept on that one, and I regret it as much as I regret this one. But in any case, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the Centros. So I hope Dylan doesn't see this and realize that, I was just kind of sleeping on this, but it was one of those that when I ended up getting it, and I realized, okay, I see now. This is a great knife. I mean, the action is very good. It cleans up really well. It's just the detent is it's fantastic. And then you just hear it, so you can hear it. Let's see here. Oh, so good, so good. Big fan of this. I mean, it works well in the pocket. It's very unassuming, and you can take it out and do a lot of work with this. It's just overall, I can tell you that he works on his knives, tirelessly. You'll see all of these different drawings and all these different versions, these iterations of this kind of knife, and you'd realize, man, for a design like this, you'd think that not a lot of work went into it. Guys, you have no idea. He is a fantastic artist, by the way. He's drawing stuff all of the time. And when he's not drawing, he's working on his knives, and he's constantly revamping stuff. He does have a design that's coming out with CJRB. It's still in, with Civivi, actually. It is in its prototype stages, so I can't really talk about it too much, but if you reach out to him, he might send you a picture or two. But just figured I'd go ahead and tell you about that. And if you haven't checked out Dylan Mallery Design, guys, do it. You're missing out if you don't have one of these. This is the CJRB Centros from CJRB, of course, a Dylan Mallery Design. And that's what's in the pocket today as my pocket, basically the tenant for my pocket real estate. So that being said, thank you so much for checking out today's video. Be sure to check out tomorrow's. If you are subscribed and you hit that bell and you have, let me see, what is it that you have to do? I think it's you subscribe and you hit the bell and then you're notified once new stuff comes up, right? I think that's how it works. I don't even know because I don't know how to do it personally. But in any case, subscribe if you haven't already. Like it if you like what you saw. If you're interested in seeing something similar from Dylan, maybe even just, you know, something of him on the channel, maybe doing a review with me, let me know. Sound off in the comments and you never know, I might make it happen. I mean, I've already done an interview with him on Ray from the Everyday City Carry channel. Be sure to check that out. Super cool guys. I mean, again, Dylan is an exceptional person. This is an exceptional knife. If you don't have it, you just need to know that this is exceptional value. G10, D2. The Archeo is basically a flipper variant of this. It's very similar. You can get a small, large one, unlike this one, which is just one size, but you can also get it in upgraded steels, not just in D2. So that being said, thank you so much for checking out the page. And remember, if you EDC, think of DCS. See you guys next time. In the meantime, peace.